In this video, we are going to learn how to eliminate our repetitive tasks using a macros and a VBA. So let's suppose you have a multiple tasks, but that are a repetitive task. So there we cannot wasting a time to doing the repeat and again. So you can use this macros to save your time. So let's start. There are the options in a view. Suppose you don't have a developer tab, go in a file, then in a option, then click on customize ribbon and add here the developer T. Click on that and add an OK. So in a view tab, we have this macro and there is a record macro. And view macro and record macro, there is a shortcut for, you can see for the view macro is Alt F8. Okay, but first thing we will create a macro. Let's start for the recording. First thing we need to give the name. So let's start first task. Okay, first task. Then suppose, okay, you don't want to go view and clicking that, you made your own shortcut. Okay, I want this open with this shortcut, so you just create anything, control plus I want M because for the macros, and there is an option this workbook for the new workbook at the personal. So now I click this. Suppose if I want a description anything, so let's suppose customer data and then OK. Now the name that is entered is no valid. The name doesn't. Okay. Let's always use the star because it's saying the name does not begin with a letter or in a underscore. Okay, the name contains a space or either invalid character. Okay, so always give the proper name. Now the recording is started. Just whatever I want to fill this one with the color. Let's suppose this color. Okay, and I want this line with the italic, bold with italic, and also I want a recording for and also for the underline. Now you can see. Okay, and again I will create here also for bold, italic and underline. I want increase a little bit size. You can see. Now, so this whole thing is now recording. Okay, always remember this is the all task is doing the recording. Now go to the view tab and there is now stop recording. Okay, so when I click on stop, recording will stop. Now whatever I did this all tasks, because at least I took a 1 minute. Okay, but if this task I have for the multiple sheets, okay, so that will waste our time. So now I will clear this formatting, go to the home tab and just clear a formatting. Okay, not all. If you click all, that all data will gone. So just clear the format. Now this is by the normal data. Okay, this was I didn't make letters bold. Okay, now go to the view tab and view macros. Okay, when you click on view macros, now you can see what I saved a task 1 and there is an option run. You select your task and run. Now you can see within a second that happens, whatever you did the formatting, it's applied for your data. So how it is going? Go to the view tab, first the record, then give it the name and after that you can save that and after the saving you can open and again view that macros and run your macros. Okay, so this is how we can run. But there suppose you want to save this workbook. Okay, always remember whenever you do a VBA and macros, so save this workbook as in a save as. Suppose I want to save in a computer, then download. Okay, always whenever you are saving this workbook, you can prefer the Excel workbook. Okay, but or CSV. But when you save the something in a macro inside that, you should always prefer this Excel macro enabled workbook. Now you can see, yeah, whatever the macros is recorded, that show this symbol, and that file will save in a macros embedded workbook. Okay, so always remember saving the workbook is not a just a Excel file, it is a macros embedded workbook. Okay, and then save it. Okay, then now after you recorded and whatever you did for the repetitive task, now there is also in a developer tab, when you want to open a developer tab, click Alt plus 11. Okay, so if I am in a home tab, click Alt F1 F11. Let's wait for it's applied. Alt 11. Okay, so now it's automatically open your VBA. Now in a VBA you can see this area is a project. Okay, whenever you how many workbooks are open here, you can see it with easily with the sheet. Workbook are this dark one. I opened this the COVID data also. There is also Excel for the visualization, and in that how many worksheets are here you can easily see here. And this is the another, you can see I opened 3 workbook. You can see here 3 workbook, 1, 2 and the last, and there inside a workbook you have multiple sheet as well. Okay, so for this my Excel visualization, for this I want to write a new code with the new module. If you want to add a new module, go to insert and insert a module. Okay, now here you can write your new code. Okay, so first remember always the VBA code start with a sub. Okay, in our any other languages how the code started, likewise here it start for a sub. Okay, it is for the now I want a give as a simple I want to write a simple code here. So if I want for the font and with the bracket and there, and if you want, okay, you can see the automatically start with the end subject. So here you start subject, or you can say a sub, and then it is end with the sub. If you want to add a comments, you can just add a single quotation likewise. Okay, and here I write a comment so that this will be not affect to your code. Okay, you can see that part is in a green. If I make little bit of zoom, yes, here I want to create a specific range. Okay, range between I want in A1 to A10. Okay, but in the double, always write your condition in a double quotation and then close your bracket equals to I want to write Excel. Okay, the font will be the Excel. Now again, range between in the bracket A1 to A10 close brackets equal to, now I want a font dot in a bold. Okay, you can see if you enter a font, there the list is coming for color, size, what you want. Okay, so I want first write a name. Okay, you can see the name. So name will be equals to, now another Excel to the close. Again the range between A1 to A10 and close. Then again, now I want font dot bold. Okay, dot, always remember, you can see the options are there, bold. Okay, and equals to what? True, because you want bold in a true. If you don't want it, make it false. Okay, so if I want to run this code, let's see with that module, where was my, yeah, I can see here is added that all Excel data with that whatever I added, but that this is for, you can see I added the range A to A10. Okay, and other thing I added with the bold. So this code how is run after you entering that, you can see the example. Okay, so in a VBA what I wrote, I want range in A to 10 with the Excel name. The range between A2 dot name is Excel2 with the range of A to 10. Font will be the bold and equals to 2, and the end with the subject. Again, let's suppose I want to, if I cut this and I want to paste it here. Okay, and I will edit now for this. Let's see VBA code now, and again if I run this, because there was some data, that's why, yeah, you can see A to 10 Excel with the bold. Now if I want other range, okay, let's suppose you want a repetitive, just copy this range A to 10 and then enter. Then I want to dot with the size. Okay, so font dot, you can choose from this list as well. Okay, equals to, let's suppose 50, 60. Okay, now let's run. Now you can see this side, yeah, the size is changed now. Let's suppose I want with the range now another one. I want now B. Okay, let's suppose in a B, what will happen? Equals to name. Okay, and I want copy the again for a range. So you are creating this whole code for your from starting without using your formatting options. Okay, so this is you are creating with your own or except or name in a double quotation. Let's okay, there is one error because I didn't close this one. Okay, now in a range again start with the B1 to B10 dot font dot bold and equals to true, and let's suppose run. You can see. So this is how macros work. Whenever you want to, but most of probably the macros how the working are. Whenever you have the repetitive task, okay, and you want to do with the macro, just applied with the using a view tab or developer tab, go with the record your macro, use the control F8, so that will open your macros and save it, and again you perform that repetitive task, and after when you are saving this file, use save in the macros recorded embedded. So, and also must be always be prepared because and prefer for whenever you run that code, okay, or whenever you record it, and just go and visual in here at which sheet I will applied, I think macros. Okay, so whenever you want it and view the code, because that code was run. Okay, let's suppose now I want to do the view. Okay, now you can see it's already that font macros are created here. So must be you record your macros and then perform it with the using your data, and always prefer to view your code for that macros. So whenever you view the code of that macro, you will understand the basic how it's created, because in this code you can see properly the how the coding is working in the module. Suppose here, because I created task macros, okay, and that automatically for this whatever I perform this all macros, okay, so these macros are showing this automatically this code created. So always go with this view project and a module and see this code how is prepared this. Okay, here you can see all it's automatically added the command task macros, customer data that added in the I added comments in there, and keyboard shortcut for control M. You see this all is added in a comments. Then range what I was selected A3 to E3 for a select. Then after the selecting with selection dot interior, then dot pattern for X solid. The color will be this, the number for that color. Then again end with this first thing. Then apply the font bold true, italic true, then italic again false, then underline, then italic select dot for size, then 12 14 I added this with the column width also for it's make a 17 14, and then end with the SEM. So and the task I give the name for that task is a task, so that's why I started with the sub task. You can see this learn whenever you record the macros, you go with the VBA code visual. Here you can see the VBA project, and then you can open the code and see. So VBA is a stands for a Visual Basic Application. So here you can check your code and learn, and you should try with yourself to making the small code for the first thing to write a sentence, then adding the pattern, then making the all formatting. Okay, so this is for all macros.